never know.
I was about to go look at that and realized that I had something playing in another tab. I had to go stop. So I moved away for a second. Whoops.
You're listening to the official podcast of PHP Architect. This is episode 2025.11.19, and I am your host, Eric Van Johnson, and with me, as always, is John Condon.
Hello.
Each week, we talk about PHP and web development and what's happening in the ecosystem, what's new with the tools, and what it's like to live and work as a developer.
Watch this. We also keep you updated on all things PHP Architect, our magazine,
What?
books, conferences, and everything else we've got going on.
What's happening?
Good.
Go on, you're doing great.
We record every Thursday around 3 p.m. Pacific time, except for next week because it's Thanksgiving and we won't be here. And we're glad you're here.
This podcast is made a little better thanks to our partners over at Displace, Infrastructure Management Simplified. Automate Kubernetes deployments across any cloud provider or bare metal with a single command. Deploy, manage, and scale your infrastructure with ease. Thank you, Displace.tech, and we'll talk about them a little more later.
Oh, are we supposed to
Is
go
it still me
now?
Is it still me? I don't know. I don't know what we're doing anymore.
This will be funny. If you're listening to the audio version of this podcast, we'd love for you to join us live sometime. Just head over to youtube.com. Now I got to do both things. youtube.com/phparch and hit subscribe. Turn on notifications so that you know when we're going live. Now you might be thinking,
Eric, why would I watching live when I got the crisp edited audio right here? Fair question.
You go for it.
Okay. By joining us live means you get to be part of the conversation. You can jump into our Discord at discord.phparch.com and share your thoughts in real time and help shape the show as it happens. It's a great way to connect with others in the other PHP developers, get your questions answered, and occasionally watch us scramble to Google things mid-show. And also, it's there all week. This is not just only during the show is Discord around. The community in Discord is a fantastic group of people who hang out all week long.
Or in Awood's case, he's leaving us right now because he's deciding to go to an in-person meetup.
Bastard!
A Toastmasters meetup.
Nobody does in-person meetups anymore, Awoods.
Have fun, Awoods.
We're sending him very different messages, John.
We are. Yeah.
We had a meetup.
I think Eric's a little salty because we had a meetup last night, which, by the way, the presentation was phenomenal. Yeah, we'll jump right into it. Why not? But we had 4 people there. 4? Yeah. We had 5. Marcus decided, oh, my mom is landing at the airport and I got to go pick her up. So whatever, he left. He was there for the free food and drink and then bailed on me.
Bastard.
I think we don't do a good enough job promoting the free food. Maybe that's part of it.
Well, I mean, the free food really shouldn't be the motivator.
No, it shouldn't. But we also, I think we have on there 7 p.m. versus 6. Like, I think we need to be 6 to 7 social and then 7 o'clock being the presentation.
I'm pretty sure I wrote 6 this last time, but I could be wrong. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't go look at it. But
I just can't believe what a hard time we're having getting a good turnout. I mean, bless the people who show up. We're really happy that you're showing up. I mean, you kind of keep us motivated to continue to do it. But I don't know, man. I thought people would be really excited to go in person again, and I guess not.
I can tell you last night, I am very happy we did not have more people.
What is that?
The co-working place that we go to, you always check with the owner. We want to have the meetup this night. And every time he said, yes, the conference room is available. Nobody's in there. Again, the CPR people were in there last night. Not only that, we were going to sit out in the main little area there, the kind of welcome area. And we're out there just chatting, and we're about to put the presentation up on the screen.
Mhm.
The drum circle showed up.
The drum circle! Well,
The
thank God.
Juan with the drum circle. I now
God damn it.
now have his name and phone number. He's like, "Yeah, you can always, send me a message and, we can discuss." So, anyway, because of that, those people were in the other room. We went across the hallway into the other area, and there's, like, in the kind of walking area around the building, like, there's
Mhm.
the space around. There's a couch on the wall and a little TV up on the wall across from it, and probably, like, 4 feet between those.
Really? That's why where you guys met?
Oh, I forgot to return the HDMI cable last night. Whoops. Anyway,
I'm pretty sure they have a couple of ours already, so
yeah, yeah. Well, I took it out of the main room, but we got cozy. Presenter stood, did his presentation. A couple of us sat on the couch. Another guy decided he sits all day and didn't want to sit anymore, so he stood, or also sat on a uh, just a some other chair. Didn't get cozy with us, but Miles did a great job. He did
Miles the man.
writing PHP extensions in Go with Franken PHP, and
So that's crazy because that seems to be like a little bit of a hot topic now. Like I feel like I feel like recently we had somebody propose that as an article for the magazine, and then I'm almost positive I saw a couple tech talks like that.
hmm,
So,
there were a couple of Franken PHP tech talks for sure. Uh,
mhm,
this was fascinating. One, like, I've been wanting to look into Franken PHP, I just haven't yet. And it turns
mhm,
out you have to run Franken PHP with Caddy, the Caddy web server,
mhm.
because it's basically just an extension of the Caddy web server to give you those performance increases. Um, but yeah, it was a great talk, very interesting. And then what was even better was afterwards we just sat there and chatted for like another probably an hour afterwards, just
Yeah, that's where
various
you
things.
shine.
It was good.
You're really good at that. You just hanging out. I start shutting down like
Well, you also
immediately.
have an hour and a half drive back home.
Yeah. Well, even before the long drive home, I was never like the hang out after the meetup and social. I'm just not a social person. That's why nobody likes me because I
I felt
just don't
bad.
socialize.
Yeah, I felt bad because there's only, like I said, four of us there. Really, only three of us talking. The other guy that decided to stand or just sit on a stool,
Mhm.
listen, but he didn't really participate. And I kind of wanted to look over and, hey, Johnny, you don't have to stay. Like, you can,
You can
but
leave.
no, I think he enjoyed listening to the conversation, and then uh, just stayed the whole time. And afterwards, he waited for the last guy to leave. It was good.
I like your PHP Architect T-shirt there, buddy.
Hey, thanks.
Nice one. Yeah.
It's good design, Mister.
Thank you. Thank you. I worked hard. And for the record, all those stripes are precisely the same size
Mm,
in the correct order, just in case anybody's wondering. There's a lot of
gotcha.
research put into that design.
Okay, for the audio listeners, I'm wearing a PHP Architect logo on my shirt, and it is a rainbow uh, pattern on our logo instead of our
Yeah.
normal orange.
Yeah. So, not to blow over that. Yeah, it's LGBTQ colors, actually, not a rainbow, but yes, same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Question for you, not to move on too quickly. I've always been curious, and like I said, I've seen the topic come up a few times about writing extensions. With Composer now and package management being what it is, what is the driving kind of initiative of writing an extension as opposed to a package?
Good question, and we did talk about that last night. Uh,
Cool.
Honestly, for the vast majority of PHP applications, you don't want an extension or don't need an extension. It's
Mm,
most of our slowness comes from being IO bound, talking
Mhm.
to a database, talking to a file system, talking to other APIs. That's where we get slow. If we were CPU bound, you may want to write an extension. And the example shown last night was doing matrix math, um, linear algebra or whatever. But calculating a matrix of numbers. Uh, he had a PHP example where creating an array of two arrays of 1,000 numbers and multiplying them,
Mhm.
and an extension version of that. The PHP version took 53 seconds to do that math. The
Wow.
extension took like 1.5 seconds.
What?
Yeah. So it, his thing was, don't just go write an extension to write it. Profile your application, and if you can show that you are CPU bound in doing a specific thing, maybe that's when you reach to write an extension. The other examples are, you need to interface with an existing C library that you want to interact with. So you would drop to an extension to do that. Or if you want to interact with hardware that you can't access in PHP.
Oh,
So
yeah, that would make
you
sense.
think of hardware drivers or whatever.
Controllers, yeah.
You have to get down to that low level to interact with them. So there's a few different reasons to write extensions.
And then he was not only was he writing extensions, he wasn't doing it in C, but he was doing it in Go.
Right. Which means the extension only works in Franken PHP.
Oh, so that's where Franken PHP kind of comes
R-
into the equation.
Right. You're not you it is transpiling it, transcoding it, whatever. It's making it a C extension, I think,
Mhm.
but it's not compiling it down to an uh, an SO file or a library that we can then use. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to
He's like, "You don't know what you're talking about. Let me tag in. Tag me in, John."
you. Yeah, so it's not compiling it down to an extension that you can just include in a standard PHP application.
Interesting. Okay. All right. So when you do that, you now have a dependency of running Franken PHP. And
Right.
for those who might not know Franken PHP, which is designed to uh, be non-blocking for PHP applications, is also written in Go. So
Mhm.
it's Franken PHP, but it's written in Go.
Right. And it's another SAPI, like mod PHP or Apache
Hmm.
and PHP FPM. So,
Yeah.
and it's officially supported by the PHP Foundation. Like, they brought
Oh, I
Franken
didn't know
PHP.
that.
Yeah, they brought it under their umbrella. It's being maintained. It's not, I mean, it's not like you have to use it, but it's not it's not going away tomorrow, basically.
Right, right. That's a great thing about PHP, man. It's like it can play nice with other technologies better than any other thing I've seen out there.
Dude, the conversation turned at one point to younger people in PHP, and I know that we've had that conversation a lot, right?
It just keeps coming up a lot
Right,
lately, yeah.
right. We talked with Nuno about it a few weeks ago.
Mm.
We talked about it, and the guy drove from Orange County. So those that don't know, Orange County is about an hour and a half away. So he drove an hour and a half just for the meetup. So one of the four people
Oh, this
drove.
wasn't a regular or anything, or
No, nobody was
oh,
regular other than Miles.
wow,
I
we
think it
should
was
have
John.
something special for that.
Yeah, Johnny. I think was his first time, and um, was it Carlos? Oh, I feel so bad now because he he contributed so much to the meetup last night, and
Was
um,
both their first time though?
yeah, yeah,
So the 4 people that were there, I'm assuming the 4 people, one of them were you?
yep. Me, the speaker, and then two other guys.
And you and the speaker are the only regulars?
Right.
Oh, yeah. Well, That's, see, you got to spin it right. You just have to say half the people there, it was their first time to our meetup. Just have to know how to say the word
Ricardo.
correctly.
Ricardo DeZio. Sorry,
Yeah.
Ricardo. Yeah, he contributed a ton, and I liked one of his ideas of, and you and I tried it back in like 2012, 2013, going to the local college and
Hmm.
doing a presentation, but reaching out to the colleges and trying to get the, especially the computer science teachers, to encourage their students to go to the meetups.
Hmm.
And I said, yeah, and if we tell the professors that we have pizza and drinks, definitely we don't have beer. As long as you're
Yeah.
21.
I
Um,
still, we need to come up with another initiative. I mean, you and I even went as far as to, you know, talk about like coming up with new textbooks for them to, because our experience, and this was a long time ago now. This was over 10 years ago that John and I did it. But our experience was kind of shocking the way they were. It was a class that was designed to teach PHP, and it was so far behind. It was
yeah,
insane.
yeah. It was 2012, 2013, and they were still coding PHP like it was 2005.
Hmm. They were
Very,
using
very
Dreamweaver.
procedural.
Is that what it's called? Dreamweaver?
Yeah, I think
That
so.
old.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
They were still doing very procedural, you know, file or coding,
Mhm.
a lot of require once, and yeah, it was not good.
PDOs. Yeah.
No, it was before PDO. They were
Oh, yeah,
using
that's that.
my
They were
MySQL
using the
underscore.
MySQL. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Oh god, Connect. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, it was shocking, and to be fair, it was actually just before PHP started to blow up again. Like before Composer came out. I don't think Composer was out yet.
It was close. It
And
was right around that time.
yeah, it was getting really close. So all that I would have to assume hope has changed a lot, but even still, like I don't think there's ever been like a definitive educational source to teach PHP. Um,
Mm.
I always thought PHP the right way was a perfect like template to like start a good textbook from. When PHP the right way was new, but I don't know, man. And of course, being in the position we're in now, I just kind of feel that more passionate about like trying to take the time and do it. It's just the biggest thing with education, at least here in the States. I assume it's secondary education, probably around the world, is that a language like PHP changes so quickly. It's just hard to stay current on the education of that language because it's just like, I mean, granted, things fortunately have started to at least hit a regular pace with PHP now, where we're not having these crazy like advancements like, oh my goodness, PHP is new again.
Right.
But yeah, it would have
Yeah.
been tough there for a while.
Yeah.
But now,
We're now we're just improving year after year. Everything's
yeah,
getting a little better. We have a good release cadence, which is great.
yeah. That's the other thing is like we have this conversation a lot with between John and I, between other people in the community about like why there are all these places you can go and learn JavaScript. Like JavaScript is just like you got these programs that are puking out JavaScript developers left and right. And why is that? It's just like, yeah, I mean, you don't need any special tools. You don't even need. You just need a web browser, and there's no server component. And I think that's one of the things that a lot of people forget who are learning PHP is that there are, when you get to a certain scale where you're actually doing it professionally, especially when you start looking at enterprise, that server component becomes extremely important. We talked about Franken PHP. That was created for a need to make PHP faster. and you don't really have that issue so much with JavaScript. And I don't know. I'm
It's
sure
it,
there are initiatives.
you say
Huh?
that, but when you when you're doing an application that scales to thousands of users and you are doing stuff not optimally, you realize you run into people that they have older computers, and you we just throw code at our servers because we know our servers can handle it, and then
Mhm.
we're usually running better machines, and we'll write JavaScript to do something and not take into account what it may how it may work on the end user's machine, because again, that JavaScript runs on their computer, not yours. We One of our clients is working on an application now, intentionally doing something in JavaScript in the browser instead of a server as a shortcut, right? We're trying to analyze the transcript of a phone call, and they're going to do pattern matching, and we
Mhm.
have lots of patterns to match, and that's just something that has been talked about. Got to remember, on an older machine, this may really slow it down or make it unusable. And it's a stopgap. It's not meant to stay in the browser long term. It's, let's get it done, prove it out, and it may die in a month. It may be pulled out. Uh, we just want to see how effective it is, and then decide: do we continue doing it this way on a server, or do we do something else?
Yeah. Coming in from our Discord, and if you're listening to audio podcasts, this is why you want to be part of the live show. Skimmer says Franken PHP is great for Docker images. The cold start is much faster than the normal PHP images, which
Really?
is an interesting statement case for what I was about to say to Jeff, who followed that up with, as a PHP developer who works mostly with Laravel applications, I use Laravel Herd locally, but I may try and try out Franken PHP to test it out on my own. I was about to say, yeah, I mean, if you want to test Franken PHP out, go ahead and do it, but I'm really not sure there's an argument to be made to use it for local development. And then Skimmer had already made the argument. It's like, yeah, if you're a Docker person, Frankie PHP is a much faster container to load up. So that's interesting. I think Docker would actually be a really good way to package up Caddy, Franken PHP,
Mhm.
as a server. That is actually really good.
Right.
Yeah,
And but if you're running freaking PHP in production, you're probably going to want to be running it locally.
yeah.
Like
I am a fan of that. Yeah,
yeah, there, especially if you are using the features of Franken PHP that make it a little more concurrent, make it a little faster,
yeah.
because they offer, instead of calling them coroutines, which I think is the traditional term, they're called go routines in Franken PHP.
See what they did there?
to make to do a little concurrent work.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to admit, I'm probably the biggest offender of this, but I'm also a big believer in, uh, your your local development environment needs to should match where you're deploying the code as closely as possible. That's why I was such a huge fan of Docker, and I was on the Docker bandwagon hard. I pivoted a little bit to Lando just to manage multiple projects better in Docker, but I was a huge fan of Docker. And then John's like, "Hey, you ever thought about using Herd?" I'm like, "Never. No. I want it to be like production. No." And I'm gonna go ahead and get a license. And then I installed it. I'm like, "This is fucking awesome. I'm never going back."
Yeah, it's like Docker is great, except for the port management. Like
Mhm.
just being able to surf to your website, and with Herd, you can, whatever your project is, .test, and you're off to the races. You don't have to worry about what port am I on, or
Right.
well, crap, I got to shut this container down to fire this one up because I want to be on port 80 because it's just easier
Right.
and I'm
That
lazy.
that was my big attraction to Lando, because Lando's the same way, right? It
Mhm.
did port management for you. So yeah, kind of the same thing. And but like you still had multiple like Docker instances running, and I just like the cleanness of Herd. I don't know. I need to break myself of it, but I just can't right now. It's just and I like as horrible it is for me to say, I would have to say that development for me now has become such a smaller part of my day to day, which kills me. But I have I have surrendered to it and feel like we're doing better as a team because of it. Because
Mhm.
I've like really have focused on how keeping track of who's working on what, and following up, making sure things are getting done. I think we do better as a company like that, but I just hate it. I
I,
mean, I don't
I,
hate I
but you're
don't
so
hate it.
good at it.
I don't yeah, I don't
You,
hate it. I'd rather be coding, I guess is the
yeah,
better way of putting that.
yeah,
You know, fortunately, we have such a good team. That's why I don't hate it. It's the team. I mean, they're so great. I
except
tell
for
you.
that one.
Yeah, we all know who that is, right? I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think I have to mention names. They
yeah.
know who they are.
Mhm.
They're assholes. Oh my
All
god.
right, before we go to our partner, I want to point out the ticker down here. It's constantly running. If you are interested in PHP Tech or JS Tech, please think about purchasing a ticket sooner than later. We are getting ready to end the early bird next month at some point. Eric and I are hoping to finalize the schedule maybe tomorrow, possibly.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're gonna be hanging out together tomorrow, aren't we?
Yep.
Yeah, we could do that. Get those notifications sent out.
Yep. I know people are chomping at the bit to know if they were accepted or not. The
Mhm.
JS Tech call for papers has been extended through the first week of December. We have a team member speaking at a conference, an online conference today or Monday. Anyway, sometime soon, and decided to give them the opportunity to bring up JS Tech and get people to submit if they want to.
Yeah, so yeah, we extended that. Joe, yes, Herd does allow some customization per repo, mainly the version of PHP you're running. I don't think you can do MySQL versions like you can in Lando. So in Lando, you can have customized versions of MySQL and PHP and Melee. I mean, basically everything, all the
Because
containers,
it's all Docker containers. It just
right?
manages bringing
But
them up, right?
with Herd, you can just do. I'm pretty sure you can just do the version of PHP. You can have multiple versions of MySQL installed, but it's not like dependent on the repo. All right, let's hear from our great people over at Displace.
Thank you to our partners over at Displace Technologies. Building PHP applications is your passion. Managing cloud infrastructure shouldn't be your headache. Displace is your partner in cloud infrastructure orchestration, giving solo developers and small teams the tools and automation to deploy enterprise-grade Kubernetes clusters without the enterprise-grade complexity or cost. Their CLI tool streamlines everything from local development to fully managed cloud deployments on AWS, Azure, Google Cloud Platform, and more. Skip the steep learning curve of Docker, Kubernetes, and Terraform. Let their automation free you to focus on your core business without losing control of your infrastructure. Get started at displace.tech. That's displace.tech, and discover how the right tools can eliminate the need for a full DevOps team. Thank you,
Thank you,
Displace.
Displace. Oh, we did that right in sync with each other. All right. yeah, something came to mind with that Displace. Oh yeah, we have. It sounds like we have a new partner might be coming on. I'm excited about that. Nothing to talk about there. I meant to follow up with you actually on your question from this morning. I won't bring it up here because I don't know if the relevance, but God damn it, John, there was something else I want to talk about, but we'll move on.
I'm sure it
Today's
was
a big day.
super important.
Yeah, today's a big day though.
Today is a big day.
I forgot to set it up. Oh
Don't.
look, I want to show this. See, it doesn't show up in my camera. Oh man, look what I got up. Did that show up
Oh,
yet?
your Batman logo.
I gotta switch sides with the Batman logo, man. Okay, let me share my screen here. All right, let's start here.
PHP
Special day.
8.5 was released today.
Very cool stuff.
I thought it was going to be next week, but I guess they released early.
Yeah,
So
I guess
happy 8.5 release day. And guess what? It coincides right with the magazine being released. PHP 8.5 explodes onto the scene.
Oh yeah, let's open that up. That was damn, you should have said something about that.
I just put it together.
Where's that? Oh, I'm getting there. Boom.
It's
Share it.
I know,
Share it.
it's on
Share it.
the site.
Where's the share thing?
There you go.
Yeah. Look at that. 8.5 explodes on the scene. Yeah, good timing. It's like
Yeah,
we planned that or something.
you might think. So yeah, we
So
have a
yeah,
couple of 8.5 articles in the issue this month.
yeah.
Super excited about it.
Obviously we won't be using it in production for a few months, but it has started
Oh,
its march.
I want to say months. Probably a little less than that.
You think?
Yeah, I'm a fan of getting to like 851.
Oh, the next minor. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That makes sense.
as people start using it.
Finding out things.
Yeah, I might try installing it on a server and then moving like PHP Tech over to it. Like some of our other sites that you know
I'm sure
aren't
we can
really going to go
do
down.
I'm sure we can do PHP Tech for sure. Matter of fact,
Yeah.
PHP Tech might actually be on 5. I got to see what I have. Speaking of customizing Herd, see what I have Herd set up for on mine because I usually do push that one forward pretty hard.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right, we got a couple of smaller blog posts about 8.5. Which one do you want to talk about?
Let's go with the first one.
What's
The,
new?
the performance. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
move that over. I'll move both of those over. This one,
Performance.
I mean, every version of PHP gets a little bit faster. They're constantly finding performance improvements. Is it going to make a huge difference to your application? Probably not. This first one was funny. A lot of people do this array equals empty array. I've never liked that. I've always been just a fan of if you just care if something's in it, like if array, and if you want it wondering if it's empty, I do if not array. And I guess prior to 8.5, doing the array check this way was the slowest way to do it. Now they've optimized it. Now it's the fastest way to do it. But again, you're talking micro optimizations, and it's not worth your time to change the code. It's it's their thing is
Moving forward.
write what is readable to you, like what makes sense and what is readable to you and your team. And the chances are PHP is going to catch up and make that the fastest way because people have been right. Some people like it this way
Yeah.
and they didn't micro optimize to go the other way. And now that's faster than the other ways.
There's optimization to match as well, huh?
Yeah. So I don't, they're showing a 17% on like this specific code, which I don't fully get. I don't know why they're doing not preg match. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just example code showing that the opt cache or the optimizations are working well,
Uh-huh.
but I use match true a lot. So whatever optimizations they can do to speed that up is great. I mean, any optimizations they do anywhere is great. What am I talking about? Speaking of optimizations, uh, we were talking about extensions before, right?
Mhm.
And there last night, so I'm going to deviate from 8.5 just for a minute. Last night, the speaker pointed out we already have a lot of extensions. The JSON is an extension.
Mhm.
So JSON encode and JSON decode actually run through an extension where people always assume JSON encode is going to be slow or JSON decode
Uh-huh.
because it's in PHP. So of course it has to be slow. And people have been trying to optimize it and make it faster, not realizing no, it's running in C. It's really friggin' fast.
Yeah, it's funny, when I first started using Laravel, the Laravel had helper classes, is what they called them before, and
Mm,
I used to think, like, half these helper classes could be extensions in PHP,
mhm,
because and some of them are now. I know, one of the recent releases of 8, did a bunch of old array helper classes from,
mhm,
um I don't know if they were inspired from Laravel's helper class or not, but they pretty much matched the way Laravel had created their little helper classes.
mhm.
So, yeah, actually, wow. Yeah, you talked about writing extensions. See, I always struggled to think about where I would start writing. Like, I'd love to try to write extensions, but I couldn't figure out, like, I don't know. I'm so used to figuring out what the confines of my development environment is and working within those restraints, and I struggled. That's one of the few areas where I struggle to think outside the box of, well, let me think of if I could create an extension for this thing I'm trying to do that seems to take a long time. Like CouchDB would be a good example for that for me. Like, it's very niche. It's something I deal with, and I have a lot of code that I've started to produce that allows me to interact with Couch in a very um, structured way within PHP. But like, I don't know, could like that might be something I could make into an extension. But yeah, and then like again, the helper files. Like, what Laravel helpers do I use the most? Would that be better as an extension? Like, would I see is performance an issue with the way it's done now?
Right.
Uh,
You got
good.
the profile and figure it out.
Yeah, profiling. Yeah, yeah, 100%.
There's conversation in Discord about some other like that first one we talked about using empty, and
Mhm,
I don't know. I've used empty like if empty array, and
mhm.
it just never felt right to me. I just didn't like the way it looked for some reason. But it does read well. Like if the array is empty,
Right. Yeah, very true.
yeah.
Persistent curl handles for DNS connection and SSL handshake reuse?
Yeah, I think I got so turned off to the persistent connections back in the day, like back in the early 2000s, because
Mhm.
we had like persistent database connections, and there was like foot guns. I like shot myself so many times trying to use
Yep.
those things. It's just like,
Uh-huh.
why isn't this working? Why? And then you realize, oh, it's something left over from the last connection, and just so. And I don't use curl enough. I mean, I use it, but I don't know if I would see enough of an impact to need a persistent curl connection.
Yeah, like, this is something I would be very dependent on, like, package managers to see the benefit on how it applies to their package in using it. But yeah, to your point, I don't do enough raw curl where I'd look at this and be like, "Oh, yeah, let's use persistence." Like,
Mhm.
I just don't. It's just not a big need for me.
But if your application is mainly doing an API request to another service over curl, I can see that being a very beneficial thing. Like I have this connection already. Let me make another request.
Very true. Very, very true. We got some other stuff, improved performance, exceptions, improve function performance, operations,
Yeah,
OP
the app
cache.
that one's saying app cache is now going to be installed by default. You no longer have to remember to ask for it. It's part of PHP. I don't even think you can turn it off.
It wasn't before?
No.
Oh,
I mean, a lot of the pre-built binaries would have it installed already, but it was an extension that you had to
enable.
enable or install if you didn't already have it. So,
Up cache file, cache read only support. That makes a lot of sense.
mhm.
Yeah. New
Max memory
management.
limit. Yeah, I think we talked about this one before, but I
Uh,
use ini set all the time.
uh,
Actually, we actually we use user properties a lot on the application I work on. So I could say you have some key value pair basically, and in there, in certain situations, I can increase the memory for you by setting a key value and say you can use up to 4-6 gigs, especially running large reports. But I could see this being very beneficial.
yeah,
Like at the server level, you can't go over 4 because
yeah.
I'm sure, I did that knowing I'm not going to set it to something stupid. But once it's released where like customer service can go in and the customer keeps complaining, they're like, I'm just going to make it 128 gigs.
That was me, baby. -1 across the board.
There you go.
PHP build provider. I'm not familiar with this. What is this? Do you know what
That
this is?
I do not know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what this is. I'm sure people in our Discord probably do.
Who's responsible for the build? Yeah, don't
Oh,
know.
so I guess yeah, I see. I see what they're saying. So, all right. So like
Like,
Linux
isn't it
distros and
wasn't it a
yeah.
Ubuntu provided build versus something you got from someone else?
So the big thing is with the new PHP constant, you can now also access this information at runtime. Again, not really sure how that's helpful, but okay, cool.
Um,
I
Maybe it's a security thing. Maybe you need to make sure that you're running on a
don't fucking get
supported.
me started on security. I hate you right now because of security. You know that, right?
I do.
You are not invited to my next wedding because of the sock shit.
You don't wear socks anyway.
I do not. I don't have socks on now. Oh wait, where's my phone? Oh, trust me, I don't have socks on. Where's my phone?
Where's my foot?
God damn it!
I don't bend that far.
I don't, man. You don't. I equals diff. This was a lot of people kind of like this. I like it. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah. I
Just kind of
I
showing the difference from the default.
yeah, I'm guilty of when I'm writing something and I need to make a change to the INI, I may change 4 or 5 different things, trying different things out and forget
Mm-hmm.
what I've changed.
Mm-hmm.
This makes it very easy to see what's changed.
Yeah. So lots of things in here. This was Benja's.
Yeah.
Ugh, snazzy looking guy. All right, we have another one from our friend over at Stitcher,
Yeah.
Brent. Right? I assume
Yep,
this is
Brent.
Brent's.
I assume so as well.
He writes fantastic blog posts.
He's got one of those smooth voices to listen to as well. So his videos
Yeah,
are always great.
that's how I like to go to bed, listening to Brent's videos.
I'm sure he wants to hear that. We don't really have to go over a lot of this because we've talked about so much of it in the past.
Pipe operator, huge.
Yeah,
I think that's the big one. Everybody talked about pipe operator. Everybody talks about pipe operator.
right.
Yeah, gonna be cool.
Yep.
Clone with wow, I haven't used clone in forever and a day. Who
Yeah,
uses clone?
I still use it.
Do you?
Not as much as I used to. Used to use clone all the time, but
Yeah.
but now you can call clone, and as you're cloning, you can change some attributes of the clone.
Mm, okay. Void cast and no discard. Okay, remind me what no discard is.
So
Somebody explain this to me.
yeah, no discard is basically if you put that on a method outside, if you call that method and you don't assign it to a variable, you get a warning because
Okay.
it's the developer saying, "I'm returning something. You should probably use it in some way." It's not
Right.
forcing you to use it. It's just saying assign it to a variable, and now at that point, you should see, oh, I'm not doing anything with it in your IDE, right? It's an unused variable, and you're like,
Hmm.
oh, I calculated the tax. I should probably add that to my total, or
I was gonna say, like, why would this like see, how would I word this best? I guess not. Why would this not be the default behavior of a function that does a return? But like, why would you not use this on every function that you have a return for?
because there are there are times where I call something and I don't need the return what's being returned because sometimes it's returning a boolean just saying it was successful or not. You don't have to check it. I mean, ideally you should, but
Mm.
have to. So
I guess that would be the good argument for not making it the default. I feel like I would add this at least initially. This would probably be one of the things I will overuse initially, thinking that, oh yeah, I want this everywhere until I realize I don't.
yeah, you probably don't.
And this is just the message that's in the warning.
Right.
Okay, let's go. Some closure improvements. Oh, this looks weird.
That one,
That looks super weird.
that one I have not looked into at all.
What is this? Closure and first class callables can now be used in constant expressions. In practice, this means you'll be able to define closures in attributes, which is an incredible new feature. What? This gives me the willies, man. Like, I don't know why I don't like it. It just doesn't look good to me. Oh, interesting though.
Yeah, yeah. I need to read up on it more because I'm not fully grasping or grokking what it's trying to do.
Who thinks of this shit? I want to know these. These are the questions I have. Backtrace on fatals. I think this is great. Actually, this is, I think, long overdue.
Yeah. Oh, for
Backtrace
sure.
on fatals are fantastic.
It is,
I,
except for a lot of these, they're not deterministic. Like when you have a, a fatal error, especially like a timeout, it could be at
mhm,
different points in your script.
true.
I think that's traditionally why it wasn't there in the past. Uh, but I've run into it plenty of times where I'm like, just where did it die? And
Right.
usually it gets you close enough to be like, oh, I was in this loop doing something for 30 seconds or a minute or 5 minutes, whatever your timeout is. So yeah,
Uh,
long overdue.
I think this is an example of what I was talking about earlier. Array first and array last.
Hmm.
These are examples of they were helper classes in Laravel for years, and now they are part of the actual code base, which is really cool.
Which means
It's kind of crazy. It's like, why have we never had this?
right. Which means because it's in the code base, it's going to be way faster than the Laravel helper method that does the same thing.
Right. Yep. URI parsing. This is cool. Actually, this is really
I
cool.
wonder
Again,
wonder why.
something Laravel has classes for. Why you would want this?
No, I know why you would want this, but
Okay.
like why is it new? What's changed?
Well, I don't think I. So again, this is something that was available with Laravel's HTTP function.
Yeah, Luminous has it as
But
well.
I don't think you could always do, get schema like HTTP, HTTPS, get host, get port.
You
This is what's
you c
new, I
you
think.
can with well, I know with the Luminous version of it, you can.
Right. Well, that's the thing. I think a lot of frameworks you could. Like they did their
Mhm.
versions.
But again,
So
if this
I
is
think again,
if it's
just bringing it in.
yeah, and if it's part of the language, it's probably gonna be way faster than any
Right.
userland implementation.
Yeah, yeah. I like this. Especially, yeah. Yeah, cool. The target validation attribute? What? How do I feel like I'm first time reading some of these things? Some built-in
Yeah,
attributes like override.
yeah, there's a lot in here that I didn't know was part of this release.
Delete allows you to postpone that validation to a runtime. Oh, this is fascinating. Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, I
you can
can't
read
talk to this one.
a concrete example here,
Let's do it.
but it's a long thing.
Oh yeah,
We should prob
it is a
we should
very
we should
long thing.
we should probably should have read it beforehand.
We should do our research before we start talking about this live on there. What did we say at the opening? This is when we start Googling shit really fast. Oh man, it seems like we've been
Read
talking
along
about
with us.
8.5 all the for so many months now, and like things like this creep up. Like this had to have come across our radar at some point, and we
You would
just
think,
ignored it.
because we're too busy talking about the pipe operator.
That's right. Everybody's talking about the pipe operator. Anybody who is interested in any of the stuff we're going over, whether you're listening to the audio podcast or here with us live, uh, we'll have show notes. You can catch our show notes on our blog at phparch.com, and all the links will be in there. Leo, what if you use it in an array? I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Leo. Sorry, I was on another screen. I wasn't watching Discord, so not really sure what you're talking about there, buddy.
Yeah.
Uh, so
You know,
yeah, good stuff.
speaking of our Discord people, I love our Discord family, our community over there. This morning, was it this morning or yesterday? Uh, somebody was talking about our site, PHP Tech site, and PHP Tech website is missing links for YouTube and Discord. And then later on, they decided that they may open a PR. So, by the way, our PHP Tech website is open source, and we do accept pull
I,
requests.
I actually merged one in today.
Oh,
I, I
maybe it's that one because I was
no.
I went.
It was a layout issue that
Uh,
somebody brought up. Let me see who that was so I can give them some credit because they reported the issue and then they uh, opened up a PR for it, which is fantastic. Let me see. Latest pull request, close pull request.
by
Oh, here, I'll share. This is open source.
TVRS. Yeah.
Wait, go down here. Down here. Make this bigger. This is the only problem. I gotta like make everything bigger. Yeah, TVAR-S did it. Yeah, they just created a, and like I said, I just actually just closed the issue too. So closed issues.
Oh, we need to teach them how to link the issues then.
That was my fault. I did the PR. I commented. I should have just added it to the comment, but I didn't.
What do you mean you
Yeah.
did?
So it was an issue with the mobile app. The layout wasn't
Well,
right.
I wonder if it's because it says addressing that one. I wonder if do you have to say fixes and then it closes it? Because there's something you can do when you link it to say it will automatically close the issue as well.
Yeah, I thought it was just if you reference the issue in the PR.
Well, they do. They did reference it, so
Oh, did it? Did they? Oh, I don't
yeah.
know then.
But they just said addressing. I think you have to say fixes, or there's a handful of verbs you could put before
Oh
it that would
yeah.
do it.
Oh yeah. Address is 29. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Because I did close it myself.
Hmm.
Um, All
Cool.
right, cool.
Well, thank you very much for your contribution.
Thank you very much. We have new swag coming to our swag store.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's at store.phparch.com. We are going to be having a PHP Arch beanie because I left the house today and it was fucking cold and I didn't have a beanie. So I'm gonna add one to our store so I can buy it. That's how most of our stuff gets in there, man. I'm like, oh, I wish I had this, and then I can make it and order it.
That's funny.
So yeah, all of our swag stuff.
My wife is not a fan of that one. The middle one there,
This one
the ink blot.
is not a fan.
Not a fan of it.
Why? It's my favorite. It's my
I
favorite.
like it too. Her comment was, "It looks very phallic."
What? Oh, the magazines fell. What? Okay, now I see it. Why? Why did you say that? God damn it. I mean, that can be said about a lot of things. Look at that. That looks really phallic. What's he showing under that thing? That looks phallic. It's an elephant. It's a phallic looking animal. Okay. It's hard not to look phallic when you're an elephant.
That's what I said. It's an ink blot and it's an elephant.
I was so proud of when we thought of that. We actually thought of that in a bar. We were drinking, like, what are we gonna have for the magazine cover? Hey, I just saw in the bathroom they had ink blots. Let's do that. Yeah, we have a community corner. Maybe we need our own t-shirt.
Jeffrey, it gets into the 60s in San Diego, in SoCal. It gets
especially
freezing.
at nighttime.
It's freezing at 50. Nah. I know we are spoiled little brats.
100% spoiled. Let's be clear. 100% spoiled. I think I don't know why I thought of it. You talk about living the things, the challenges of living in Southern California. Beck, my wife, and one of my kids were in LA yesterday, and they got to go to a movie premiere, the new Wicked movie. I guess it comes out tomorrow officially.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But they got to go to the premiere. Well, there is a restaurant. It's all over the place, but there's one in New York, there's one in Chicago, and there's one in LA. And whenever we're in any of those cities, we like to try to make it there as Italy. It's a big grocery store restaurant thing. It's one of my wife's favorite places to eat. So the Italy place where they wanted to have lunch was 4 miles from the mall where the premiere was happening. So like, all right, let's go there. And I had even told my wife, I'm like, you know what? I would 100% park the car at the place where the movie is, Uber to the other place, and then Uber back. Mm-hmm. Because it's going to be a lot of traffic. And if you don't time it right, you're just going to have a problem. 4 miles away. Now they drove. Guess how long it took him to drive 4 miles?
I'm going to guess 37 and a half minutes.
Very close. Over 45 minutes to drive 4 miles.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure they could have walked it faster. At least a brisk walk. And that's typical of LA.
No, it would take you in. Most of us are going to walk 3 miles an hour, so it's going to take you.
Okay, Mr. Science Guy. I was trying to be funny, but whatever. Yeah, okay. All right, whatever.
I have an issue where I got my wife hates it.
Yeah, you can stop it right there. You have issues. Yeah, I had my friend, my friend from Toronto. Weirdest thing that ever happened to us in LA, actually. We had one of our team members actually lived in Santa Monica. And we were in LA. I forgot why we were in LA, but we met my friend had flown in from Toronto. They were going to a wedding at Joshua Tree, which is a desert area east of LA. So they were going to a wedding at Joshua Tree. So we met them at Italy again. and my wife and I stayed the night by the Santa Monica Pier, and we're out walking the next morning to meet the team member for breakfast at a restaurant that was down the street from the hotel. So we're walking there to meet them, and I see my friend from Toronto again walking up the street. I told Beck, I'm like, that looks like Matt. And it was Matt. And we ran into him, and they told me, so they were staying by the Beverly Hills area. It's hard to explain if you don't know LA, but all this stuff is really close. Like, if you look at it on the map, it's all very close. And they said when they left Italy to get to their hotel, which was, again, maybe a 10-mile drive, maybe less than that, it took them over 2 hours to do it. And it's like, people just don't understand LA traffic. Like, the jokes are real, man. Like, it's just everywhere you go. LA is like, if I drive to LA in the middle, like at 1 a.m, it would take me about an hour to get there. I'm leaving after the show today. I have to take my kid to LAX. It's probably going to take me over 2 hours to get there. And there's no reason for it. There's literally no reason. It's not like it's 2 hours away. It's just freaking LA, man. It's horrible.
Traffic is just that bad. That's ridiculous.
All right.
Well, please tell your kid thank you for rearranging the schedule so you could be here today.
Yeah. Total credit to them, because I was canceling on John, and
and then I cried, and
there was a lot of tears. We're hanging out tomorrow though, so it'll be a good time. I'm heading down to San Diego and take the car into the shop and hang out with John. So it'll be fun.
Yeah.
All right. We are actually over, John.
I know.
I can't allow this. You don't pay me for this extra time.
I don't pay you anyway.
That's true. We really need to talk about that. All right. I think that's it. Anything else, John? Anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to bring? No show next week.
No show next week. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks. For our US-based people, I hope you have a pleasant holiday. It's Thanksgiving here, which is one of those holidays that, like, nobody knows how to celebrate it anymore. All we know is we're off work, so like what everybody clings to. But see y'all next. Oh, look, Sarah comes in. Oh yeah, sure, come in now, Sarah. Sure, whatever. You should take it personal. What did I say personal to you? Oh yeah. Cool. All right. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us.
I was just saying, Sarah shows up, we leave. Bye.
That's right. That's right. That's how we should always end the show. Sarah shows up and we just end the show. We don't say bye anymore. We just run the end credits. All right. Thanks everybody. Bye.
Bye.
This has been PHP Podcast, the official podcast of PHP Architect, the industry's leading tech magazine and publisher, focused on PHP and web development. Subscribe today at phparch.com to see what the leaders in the community and industry are talking about.